Welcome back, everybody. Our next guest is a real estate advisor, and she's here with us today to speak about COVID's impact on home owners and the real estate market. Plus, she'll provide promising solutions for loan modifications and for foreclosure prevention. So please welcome to the show, Gail Allen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you?
Thank you. Good to be here. I am quite well. And thank you for having me again, Dr. Bob Lee. It's a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure to see you too. All right, so here we go. We know we spoke the last time about foreclosures and all the things that people can do to get ready for it. And now here we are again. Tell us what you do, a little bit about what you do and what we can do to get involved in what you do.
Well, I'm actually a realtor. Okay, I have been for quite some time now. I'm also a mortgage officer, loan officer, licensed by the state of New Jersey, and I also do hard money and commercial lending. What I have now is a podcast that we do. It's called Real Talk Real Estate Matters. And why I decided to do this podcast because I wanted to reach out to those who think that real estate is an enigma. It's a mystery. It's a gray area. They like to get into it. They don't know how. They've been told it's very difficult. It can be very, expensive to kind of try and get your feet wet. And that isn't true. All you need to have is the desire to learn. And
there you go.
Once you have that desire and you start going to these meetups and you meet with other people like yourself who have an interest in real estate investing, or perhaps you like to just simply buy property for yourself, just to hold. You learn more and you share information and you take courses and seminars and you speak to people like me. And I like to see real estate become more of a common language, a topic that young people are talking about, old people are talking about. Why? Because real estate, as you know, creates generational wealth. And that is what's needed by so many groups of people, Black and brown people, people who are just coming into this country, immigrants. Real estate can be that pedal that you use to escalate yourself into what we would like to think as being still to this day a middle class. And what is middle class?
Yeah, and what creates that desire is the feeling of wanting to own your own home. So when you take that first step of thinking about what you want to do to move in that direction, that's where everything else follows. And that's where you come in.
That's where I come in. And I speak with people about, because no one really knows what to do. It's almost quite equivalent to like becoming a parent. There's no book or no one tells you how to raise your child from year to year to year. You do the best you can.
What should people do, Gail, if they want to start out from the beginning? What's the very first step? Because people are frightened because they don't know what's around the corner. What should they do?
Well, you got to sit down with your partner and I believe involving the children with all of this and say, we would like to purchase our home, our first home. And the first thing you want to do is look at the amount of money that you're bringing in. Well, if you're bringing in, $100,000 or $150,000 a year, and you've got maybe $2,500 or $3,500 worth of credit card payments every month, then the first thing you need to do is create what? A budget. You get a budget, okay? And you start paying off your debt. Once you get your debt down, then you figure out at least 30% of your income should be used or set aside for your mortgage payments. And understand this, not only will you pay a mortgage, when you go out and you're speaking with a realtor and he or she shows you a beautiful home for $400,000 or $500,000 and you say, I would like to buy it. Not only are you looking at the purchase price, but you're setting aside money each month for taxes, insurance, better known as escrows. And if you live in a plant unit development, you may find yourself paying each month some type of association fees for the pool, for the tennis courts. So all of that has to be included in your budget. Once you speak with a realtor, you're able to say, hey, you know what? We are making $7,000, $8,000 a month, and this is what we feel that we can afford. Because if you listen to a realtor, and I'm one, if you listen to a realtor and you say, well, we would like to spend no more than $550, a realtor may show you something for $675.
Especially during these times. Now,
So
with the war in Europe, does this affect anything?
I believe people are going to be afraid right about now. People are wondering what should they do with their finances, what should they do with their assets, and people are buying property. As a matter of fact, first-time home buyers are competing against corporations because now corporations are purchasing single-family homes because they realize that they're valuable assets. Your average median house last year was 400. It has now appreciated within 12 months by 18 to 20%. That's almost like $100,000 a year.
Wow.
So what people should do is, again, look at the budget. If you're in foreclosure, speak to an attorney and speak with your bank. Try to get yourself into a forbearance, even though the forbearance programs from the Biden-Harris administration did sunset at the beginning of this year. Most lenders still have modifications and workout programs available. We talk about these programs right here on Real Talk Real Estate Matters every week, Monday at 7 o'clock.
Well, we got to check that out.
Yes.
One last thing before we go. Now, tell us a little bit about the reverse mortgages. What's that all about?
The reverse mortgage has a wonderful feature, and that is, even if you're in foreclosure, you've got to be age 62 and over. So you've got some type of equity in your property. You're retired. Maybe you don't want to go back to work and you would still like to get your hands on some money. Maybe you'd like to open up a business, or perhaps you're sending your grandchild to college. A reverse mortgage is just that. A forward mortgage, you pay the bank each month $2,000, $2,500. A reverse mortgage, the bank pays you each month $2,500, $3,500, or you could take a lump sum because you're getting that money from the equity that you have in your property. The property must be owner occupied. Again, you must be age 62 and over. They really don't look at credit as a real heavy criteria, but and you must be able to at least afford the taxes and the upkeep on the property. And that's it. It's a wonderful way also, Bob, to save your home from foreclosure. And we talk about this.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So all of that, you have it on your website, of course.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. As a matter of fact, you can go to facebook.com/Gail for Real Talk. And that's Gail for Real Talk. You can also find me on YouTube, Real Talk Real Estate Matters with Gail Allen. And you'll see, and of course, you can find us here. You can see us on Vimeo. If you go to gsradionewjersey.com, just click on KOM TV and just look up Real Talk Real Estate Matters, and you'll see all of our episodes. And every episode covers a real interesting issue that people can use in their lives about real estate and real estate financing.
Gail, that's real talk.
That's real talk.
Yes. Gail, thank you so much. There she is, Gail Allen, real estate advisor. And, we've learned so much with you over the years, and we're going to keep in touch with you so we can let our audience know what's going on and let them know about the real talk.
Real talk from the heart, the truth, what matters.
Yes.
Thank you
so much. All right. Thank you. All right. We'll take a break right here. Bobby C is up next. He's got everything, what's happening in the world of sports and more. Next.